It's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's WWND.
Ooh, wrestling with neurodivergence, you dumb whore.
Ooh, and we're coming to you from the birthplace of Roderick Strong.
Ooh, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I'm Amanda, and I have ADHD.
I'm Lisa. I have autism. And that's our ref, Gary.
Yeah, and I'm also the ADHD.
Let's get into it. All right. Tonight, guys and gals, we are going to be discussing the August 21st Dynamite, which was the go-home show for All In.
Ooh.
Dinamita.
Yeah.
Talking international here.
Yes.
Ooh, international.
See?
Ooh la la.
Well, it was in Wales, so
Yeah.
yes is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I can say whatever
No,
I
you
want.
can't. You can. I said CC, and then I thought, well, that's kind of dumb. It's in Wales. It's
Okay, well, sure.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
We can be multilingual.
Mm-hmm.
British people speak other languages too.
So it started off with Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker for the contract signing for the TBS title at All In.
DMD versus the CEO of nothing.
True.
Amanda, you and I weren't sure we liked Britt's outfit.
No, she's got like the weird pants. Like it's like almost like she's got like suspenders
But
things,
not.
like
And
just
she's not
hanging down.
And she's not using them.
Right. Like they're not even.
And there's the cutouts, so that would rub against your legs.
Yeah.
The suspenders would.
And I feel like it's just a thing to pull on. Like, you know?
Yes, and you thought she looked like she had a tiny blazer.
Yes, it did look like a very itty bitty blazer.
And how does she zip that at the neck?
I don't know. I was like I would get my waddle stuck.
Yeah. So
And
would I.
like I can feel it in
Like,
my
it's
throat,
just
like just thinking about it. And
Yeah.
I hate it. Like,
Mhm.
ugh.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And then Mercedes came down, and the colors of her outfit were green, blue, and silver, and I liked that.
Yeah, she had her buddy too, right?
Yeah.
Meal, yeah.
No.
They just don't have functional footwear, though.
What was that? Did somebody open a Diet Coke?
Coke?
Oh, jeez. Oh, go figure.
Interesting, yeah. Again, she had like the chaps.
Yeah.
Didn't understand that, but it's a
She's
style.
not like a cowboy.
No.
I don't really understand.
I don't think she would ever be invited to cowboy shit. Quite
No,
frankly,
she wouldn't.
No.
no.
Does she think she's a CEO of a ranch?
Ooh, could be because I mean she's not the CEO of
But
AEW.
the shoes she wears is definitely not appropriate for ranch life.
No. And I swear I saw fringies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you love fringies.
I do love fringies. I do. There should be more fringe.
And we were wondering, how did she put on that top? Because it looked like there was gloves at the end.
Yes. Like, how do you, like...
Do you
it's-
put the gloves on first and then,
And then, yeah.
you know,
I
like
don't-
sleeves first and then head through the whole...
I don't know. I feel like there has to be, like, an assistant because I would get stuck.
Right. Because we were discussing, what if the gloves don't fit?
Right.
Then
And
you
then
must
they're,
have
like,
quit.
loose.
Yes.
Ugh. I hate when gloves are, like, loose
They were
and they
kind
don't
of loose.
fit.
They were kind of loose on her.
No. Yuck. 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 Yuck.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, I'd rather have mittens. I would just have that shirt with mittens.
But that, I could see you pulling that
and then I
off.
would just pretend to be a puppet. Ooh, you could put little Google eyes on top. Could you imagine? Like,
Getting to be a little bit like Sacco.
could you
Or
imagine?
What was that
though?
guy's name?
Oh, McFoley.
We don't talk.
Yeah.
We don't really
We can
talk
say
about.
that,
we don't. Yeah. But
Sorry.
we don't. No. I was gonna say we don't. We try not to talk about the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
We're a AEW focused organization.
Right, but he had a sock puppet that was really disgusting.
Was it called Sacco?
I think so.
Yeah. Didn't he like shove it in people's mouths?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gross.
Which in hindsight is kind of like Brit. A
It
little
is.
bit.
That's where Britt got it.
But
Yeah.
Britt has
it is
clean
It's the
stuff.
same finisher.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
her glove looks like it would be acceptable, maybe, to put in your mouth. But I was thinking putting Google eyes and then like picturing Mercedes Moné with Google eyes on a mitten, trying to talk all badass to Britt Baker.
That would make me like her character more, actually.
Right? Because it would be like you're not taking yourself too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't actually think you're a CEO with zero experience. She had no right to put that on her resume.
Britt reminded me of a Bratz doll.
Yeah, but like classy.
Yeah.
different if like she did have her MBA. You know,
Right? Yeah. Like if she had a degree. I mean,
Because like Brit really does.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's a DMD, not an MBA.
Right. But she has like her.
Well, DMD is even higher than an MBA because one's a master's and the other is a PhD level, right?
I have no idea. I'm just trying to
it
differentiate.
would be a medical
like,
degree,
Yeah.
like a 2C medical degree. I don't know.
I'm just trying to like.
It's fine.
We'll look it up later.
Okay, moving along.
Okay, so when Britt was saying that she was one of one and that Mercedes was one of four, what she was referring to was Mercedes is one of four horsewomen. Because back in like the 80s, there were the four horsemen of wrestling.
Oh.
And in NXT, there was the four horsewomen, which was Sasha Banks, which was who Mercedes was.
Oh.
Charlotte Flair.
Any relation to Rick?
Yes, that's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Bailey and Becky Lynch.
Oh.
And they were amazing.
Is that
They
why
are
she-
amazing.
Becky Lynch is the one from Ireland, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's married to Seth Rollins.
Is that why she wears chaps?
Maybe.
To an homage to being a horse lady?
Maybe.
We just solved it.
But yeah, she and Mercedes and Bailey are really good friends. They put on some really great and amazing Iron Women matches in that promotion.
Interesting.
Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Gary, you pointed out that Mercedes' necklace said CEO instead of Monet.
Yeah, so she always used to wear a Monet necklace, and I knew that it said Monet just from the context clues, but I swear to God, every time I looked at it, it looked like it said monk. The E looked like a K,
Yeah, it did.
and I think she finally figured it out and she switched to a CEO necklace, because
Maybe the Monet necklace just wasn't selling.
maybe. Yeah. Either way, I like, even though she's not my favorite, I like the CEO necklace better.
Better, yeah. I wondered if she was wearing Jericho's sparkly boots.
Yeah, I think they must have they probably have the same designer or something.
Right.
Like it's the male version and the female version.
I could see her sitting under the learning tree.
Yeah, and then we
Gross.
realized it wasn't because she's wearing stiletto heels and
Chris Jericho would break his neck.
yeah, he would.
Yeah, he would.
He'd be all off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I would be too. So not really any hate to Jericho,
No,
but
I want Jamie Hayter back. And that memory came up for me because she used to come out with Britt Baker all the time.
oh,
And she's an amazing wrestler. So I hope maybe she makes her return at All In
so where is
Ooh.
she?
on injury.
Oh, got it.
Amanda, you liked Britt's top braid.
I did. It was really nice. So kudos to her stylist or whoever does it. I can't French braid to save my life.
I would not be able to do that on the top of my head.
No, and it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I know I was getting tired of the promo about 8.5 minutes in.
Yeah, it was really long. It was really, really, really long.
Usually the promos draw me in, but I was kind of like, okay, this is...
I would personally say, just from my point of view, it's I know I'm going to upset some people out there, but I feel it's the lack of charisma on Mercedes's end. I don't know. She just, I feel like she's a decent heel, but I feel like she lacks the range that can draw a person in.
And for me, it was, I knew something was going to go down the minute I saw what Britt was wearing out to the ring.
Oh.
I was like, oh, she's basically in gear. She wears very similar ring gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pants,
Yeah, those are
the shoes.
Okay, well, I totally messed up.
And I was
It's just-
like, oh, she's ready to throw down. Something's going to happen. Even though they were like, oh, you guys have to keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, no, right.
So I was like, when's it going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
When's it going to happen?
I do feel, well, here, I'll throw it in at the end.
Oh, just that Camille wasn't wearing practical shoes, but Britt was, and Amanda appreciated that.
Yes, I do like a good
yeah.
functional shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I get that. What I was going to say then was, even knowing stuff's going to go down, the way they played it, I felt was really cool. Where she's just like, I can't smack you, but I can smack this
you.
bitch.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good line. And I'm misquoting it, but I'm just paraphrasing it.
Yeah. Takeaways.
I think I already gave my takeaway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
long
so-
promo.
Yeah, long promo, but it ended well.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing. Well, Mercedes has the New Japan Strong Women's Belt and the TBS title belt. So I would like to see. I'm looking forward to the match. I'd like to see
What belt is on the line for the match?
the TBS
The
title
okay.
belt. So I'm looking.
Willow had.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to maybe seeing if Mercedes drops it.
Sure. All right. Well, I think that wraps up.
No, we got the thirstometer.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hear it. We'll go right to the thirstometer herself.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. What you got?
Well, you're all welcome to join the thirstometer.
I think we all participate, but you're like the official meter of this podcast.
You're the keeper of the thirstometer.
I would say 8 out of 10 Diet Cokes. They're all very attractive women. I liked the colors of the outfits.
Oh, good.
I would agree. And I know that like the criticisms you guys had of Britt's outfit were fair, but from the thirst point of view, I thought it was okay.
No, yeah, from a male gaze point of view, I understand completely being, queer. I get it.
There you go.
I get it. You've got to appeal to a wide audience.
Oh, yeah.
The same way Mercedes was wearing chaps. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not practical, but I get it. It's why they wear stilettos as well. Why would any person wear those willingly? You don't.
Right.
No. Nope.
Next, we had a backstage segment with Chris Jericho, Bad Apple, and the Redwood, and Renee.
I love her.
She is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe she's married to Jon Moxley. I love that. And they have a child. I love it. I loved Renee's outfit.
Yeah.
I feel like every outfit I see Renee in, not only do I love, but I can see Amanda being able to wear.
She's stylish. That's the word I'm looking for.
Do you know what I really enjoy about her is that she repeats outfits.
She does, yes.
And that makes my heart happy because she wears it again. Because I think it's so silly when you see people and they have this beautiful outfit and then they're like, I can't ever wear it again. And it's like, but why? You can wash stuff.
Yeah.
And if you like it, we'll wear it again.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that about her. And she has beautiful skin. Ugh, and her hair.
The green was so pretty
It
on that
was.
dress.
It was so pretty. She should wear dark green more often.
Mm-hmm. And I love how you can definitely see when she's trying not to crack and laugh.
Oh, God.
And I love that. It's one of the greatest things.
She does a great job where she doesn't let all go, but
Right.
you know she's cracking, but I think that actually adds to it.
It does. For me, it does.
Yeah.
So at one point, when Chris Jericho kind of looks off at the camera or whatever, he's staring out. He totally looks like he's dissociating.
Yeah, he's doing the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
That's very therapists recognize it.
Okay, because I would.
It's a thing, and it's a little disturbing because it's like, oh shoot, what is happening right now? They are not here. So I know his is an act for sure, but it's still kind of oh, there it is. Look at you. I don't know what's happening in your brain.
Takeaways. I don't really have any except I love Renee.
Mm-hmm.
My takeaway would be the learning tree shtick is starting to wear thin. At first, I really liked it because it's just I don't care for Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
So just him pretending to be just this big weirdo up there played well for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting old.
Well, I think where it's getting old for me is when it got to be he's a psycho. Because one, I hate when people say that word because it's never really used accurately. But when he's oh, I drove Samoa Joe into this wall and woo, I'm this loose cannon now. And it's oh, come on, buddy. Now you're trying to play into this weird, I should be in prison because I can't be around people type deal. And that's not fun.
Do you think that's the storytelling going to be culminated, though, when he goes against Hook?
Probably, but I just don't like it because it's not endearing in any way. I can get behind you're just a weird old guy who's trying real hard to be liked and you just want your time. I can get behind that, but I can't. I hate it when it's ooh, I'm overly aggressive and you don't know what I'm going to do because I'm a loose cannon and I'll get behind a tractor and do crazy shit.
I think that's a fair take.
And it's ugh, whatever, dude. Now you're not fun. Now you're just, bleh.
No, he's Jericho.
Yeah.
Thirstometer, 10 out of 10 only for Renee.
Only for
applying
Renee. Okay.
Yes.
to Renee.
No, just for curiosity's sake, if we were to isolate it just to the Learning Tree crew, what would you?
10 out of 10 Diet Pepsi.
Ooh. That's right, audience. If you remember, Pepsis are negative. We don't
Yeah.
want the Diet Pepsis.
They
No.
hurt my belly. I can't drink them. I don't like them.
No. So sorry, Learning Tree, but
You're
no,
not it.
Nope.
So we come up to the first match of the night.
All right.
I just loved how you said it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Which was Chris Jericho versus Dynamite Kid Tommy Billington.
All right.
Ooh.
The referee was Aubrey Edwards.
Yes, it was.
I don't want Chris Jericho's thighs.
I don't think Chris Jericho wants Chris Jericho's thighs.
Tommy had a lot of white on
I was
with a pop of color on his butt with the Union Jack.
Yeah. I had a lot of opinions on his outfit.
We
I
will
just-
unpack that. We will unpack that. It just went on as the match progressed.
Yeah. He's very British.
Yeah. He had socks, long socks,
Very long socks.
which we figured out as the match went on. And you appreciate a good long sock.
I do love a good long sock. I do. I can get behind that.
We did figure out that those were the short trunks over long tights.
Yeah. And the long tights were white.
Yes.
And then the short tights were white in front with the Union Jack on the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it would have been better if he were like, had a spray tan. I don't know.
But he's
like,
British. So
I know. So like he has really light blonde hair. So like the way he had it combed, you couldn't tell if he was balding or if his hair was just very light, which it is. It's just light hair.
Yeah.
But like the way he combs his hair is not great. And then he's just very, very pale and then has white bottoms. And the short tights were like a little baggy. So they looked a little bit like a diaper. And
yeah, you said it was accentuating his crotch in the worst way.
yeah, like in the worst possible way. Like, I don't know if it would have been better if like he didn't have the tights, but then I feel like things probably would have been misplaced.
And falling out. You were
Yes.
afraid of that.
Yeah. So I'm guessing maybe that's why he wore the tights, but then it's like maybe you need petite trunks.
Mm-hmm.
So then they fit you. Because, I mean, Hook's really tiny. I mean, he wears big shorts, but like
Yeah, but
there has to be a petite.
He has trunks on underneath those long
Right.
shorts too. Yeah.
There has to be another size range for these guys. Yeah, like I don't know if it would have been better if like the area that was white in the crotch area would have been blue or red to have like some contrast, but like little trunks should not be white or gray.
It was definitely an outfit.
It is not a good deal. Although I liked him.
Yeah.
He was a fun person to watch. But that outfit was not it.
Yeah, you said you were getting ants on the brain because of the layers.
Yes, there were so many. Like, and I just kept thinking like how uncomfortable that would be because like things move and shift, and then I'd be like tugging at my sock or like tugging at the tights. Like, whoa, no.
You did make that exact sound while we were watching it last night too.
Well, that's how I felt. Just uncomfortable, like thinking about it.
We were laughing again because of the back of Chris Jericho's tights. It's supposed to be a tree with roots, but it looks like a squid.
Yeah, it looks like the squid is just exploding from his butthole. There it is.
I remember
It's
agreeing.
very
I remember
aggressive.
you saying that before, and I remember agreeing.
And I stand by it.
Yeah,
I think it every
as you
time.
should.
Colorectal nightmare.
You really appreciated, Gary, that Aubrey was right in there.
Oh, yeah.
Her ponytail was on point, and she checked on Tommy.
Yes. So I definitely, I'm paying more and more attention to the ref, filling that role.
And not just for the Diet Coke factor.
No. Actually, I feel from the refs, it's more of a professional standpoint. We shouldn't objectify, but whatever. But with Aubrey, she was right in there, and the ponytail on point. And yeah, it's the little things of like at the end, she did go over to check on Billington and those, even though it's all facade and an act of play, it's stage combat. It's fake. Well, sorry, audience, it's not fake, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But still, little things like that, people notice, and it's good to care.
Yeah. I did like how at one point last night, Amanda was just like, "Don't be cheaters."
Yes. I did shout that several times.
Yeah. And we liked that,
I have no honor.
that Tommy was very clever and did the fake out
Oh, yes.
and took out Bad Apple.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
But then we all booed because Chris Jericho won.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lame.
Mm-hmm. Takeaways. I mean, it was a good showing for Tommy Billington.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tommy, if you listen, please, for the love of all things good in this world,
More color.
reconsider your outfit.
More color.
Do your Dugan a favor. Get something more flattering. Because right now you're not on my thirstometer. None of them are on any thirstometers right
No,
now.
that's fair.
Yeah, thermometer is like...
It's broken. It says, wah, wah, wah.
No, I would say like... I'll give it a 1 out of 10 Diet Coke. Because Tommy, he's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. So that still gets a...
Yeah.
There we go.
I wonder if maybe he did his hair like in a cute braid. If that would help.
No, it's hard to keep really fine hair in a braid.
I know, but like he could get some hair products.
She knows.
Gary loves
She has
to-
very fine hair.
Oh, at the end of the
Yes.
match, like, Hook confronted Chris Jericho.
That's right.
Which
Oh, yeah.
really upped the thirst factor.
With his little bandaged eyeball.
You got some more.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
how much? Let's hear it, thirstometer. What was...
It upped it to like 8 out of 10.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, will Hook wear an eye patch or the bandage at All In?
I don't know, the bandage flew right off. So
I
I
would-
feel like if he still
would dig an eye
needs something
patch.
like that, he would need an eye patch.
Or will he just show up and be like, surprise, I'm healed?
Well, right.
There's a
That's
little
kind
bit
of
of,
my
I don't know if it would be irony or maybe just coincidence, but
irony.
with having the nickname Hook and having an eye patch,
All right.
like a pirate.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did he get the name Hook?
I don't
Does he
know.
love Peter Pan?
I don't think that's the case.
All right, fine.
Maybe because...
Maybe he has some tie to lacrosse.
Or
Oh,
because I think like Taz would be like, oh, we're from Red Hook or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Well, that's a good
oh,
guess,
if we're
though.
going
It's a
with
very
that,
good guess.
like my name would be Falls, which would be probably accurate because I'm kind of clumsy.
Amanda, you were wondering why Big Bill grabs people up the butt.
He does. It's like he like grabs like right in between the butt cheeks.
Huh?
I would be very angry if I had to be on the receiving end of that. Like he is very aggressive with his butt grabs. Don't appreciate it.
I could understand why.
Yeah, lots of butt trauma over here.
Next we have...
Oh, so we're done with that one?
Yeah,
Let's
we are.
close it out.
All right, thank
right.
you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Next up, we have Tony Storm versus Soraya
Ooh, I don't
for
really like
the AEW Women's Championship belt.
Ooh.
All right.
Paul Turner was our referee.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Paul.
Yeah, the crowd was definitely on Tony's side through the whole thing.
Absolutely. Always. She is just fantastic.
Amanda, you want a robe like Tony Storm's.
I do. She has fabulous robes and they just like flow all over.
I love the polka dot outfit that Tony was
Yes,
wearing.
I also want that as a swimsuit. Not that I'm going to like wear a swimsuit out and about, but like
right.
in the case that we need a swimsuit.
I would also like Tony's thighs.
Yep. Yeah.
And at one point, they were just screaming to each other like birds.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be very overstimulating.
True.
yeah.
It
Do they
was-
practice their bird calls?
I don't know, but it was really like, ugh,
Oh my
on
God,
TV. So,
I would freaking love it if like at one point Tony like makes an actual bird call.
Yeah.
That would be magnificent.
Soraya needs new tights because she had like rips
Yes.
and her butt
Like,
cheeks were
huge
hanging out.
rips.
And it was like, that's not
Like
attractive.
at what point do you decide like, okay, this hole is like too big?
Mm-hmm.
Because I get like her outfit's a little bit like kind of
It's a thing.
trashy.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
So like the rips like kind of go with the vibe of all of it. But
I
it's
wonder-
like, okay, it's too much.
I wonder if she's trying to go for like a British UK punk scene, like
Right.
early punk.
Yeah, but like
Because like the
Even that I-
fishnets and the torn fishnets and Doc Martens, it
right,
matches.
but like that was like too big of a tear.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the punk scene it's like purposeful. So it's like very well calculated of this is how big it is to be
Sure.
cool. And then the rest is like, this is just careless.
Paul did miss like a cheap shot by Harley Cameron.
Yeah, he was paying attention.
I did have that in my notes. Yes, she snuck in a hit, and I said, Paul, I love you, but that was a bad ref move.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep an eye on it.
I don't know why they fall for that.
Amanda, you don't like the thumb bite of the "oh, I'm so cute" /
it's
coy
gross.
thing.
No, I hate that. I don't know why she does it. And then I just like, her thumb's dirty. And she's just sticking it in her mouth several times. And it's like, come on. Blah. Not cute. Also, you're not 5. Come on now.
So Harley got a big smooch, Soraya got a big smooch, and Tony Storm retained.
Yeah, there was kisses all around.
Do you think Paul felt left out?
Probably.
Or do you think Paul's like, I have to abstain from this?
Well, I think if the ref got involved, that could be maybe a disqualification because then
that's a good
there'd be a
point.
bias. So you got to keep
Even
it.
if it was after?
Maybe,
Well, I
yeah.
don't know.
I mean, do you want to deal with Juice Robinson?
Well, there's
God,
that
he's
too.
So fantastic.
But even, let's say the next time he's reffing for Tony Storm and somebody's like, hey, man, you weren't calling it fair because you were hoping for another kiss. You
Oh, yeah,
gotta
yeah.
play it neutral,
All right. Well, I do wish Paul would have paid more attention
Oh, indeed.
when he should have been.
That's true.
That's,
Either way, he did a pretty good job. There was one, those things always sneak in, but good job, Paul. And, next time,
do better.
Keep Harley out of it.
Mariah May came out then,
Mm.
and I don't understand the outfit because I prefer baggy, comfortable clothing. And maybe this was comfortable clothing for her, but it basically looked like lingerie under a really short skirt that you would buy at a sex shop, maybe, because it was just that short,
Oh.
like a role-playing outfit for a cheerleader.
Oh. Great.
And then knee-high stockings, or no, a little over thigh-high stockings.
They were just about knee high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Doc Martens.
I don't really get her glamour thing.
Mm.
I just
And then she attacked Tony Storm and with the shoe.
I
Yeah.
just feel like she's boring without Tony.
I think we all kind of look boring compared to Tony. I mean,
I mean, that
Speak
is
for
true.
yourself.
Okay, you've got plenty of pizzazz, but
Thank
You're
no.
jazzy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
True.
I was recently told I had jazzy shirts. Made me feel pretty good.
as it should.
Takeaway, I am hoping that Tony retains against Mariah because I am enjoying Tony as champion.
Yeah.
I concur.
All right. Great statements all around, guys.
Thirstometer.
Thirstometer. Let's hear it.
It's only getting a 5 out of 10 for me because Soraya kind of just ruined the vibe.
That's fair. No, very fair.
She always ruins the vibe for me.
All right. Yeah. And, like we said earlier, but I'll wrap up. Paul, you did a good job, but keep an eye out for those hoodlums on the side. Ready to close it out?
Mm-hmm. All right, then we got a backstage segment.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Conglomeration with Renee.
Every time the conglomeration comes out, I'm just like, what do you got for us?
Right,
It's
they
awesome.
were awesome. They even had Willow with them.
So I was asking you, and I don't know if we know the answer yet, but is she officially a member of the conglomeration?
I don't think so.
Okay. She meets the criteria.
Correct.
And for review, the criteria is you have to be down to conglomerate and you can't be a shithead.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Those are good rules for life.
they are good rules.
I would hang out with them.
I feel like that
Oh,
should be like
yeah.
a decorative sign
Yes.
they put on your house. If you would like to enter, you need to be 1, down to conglomerate, 2, don't be a shithead.
Yeah. They all dress comfortably as well, which I can appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. They can go from work to nighttime activities
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
seamlessly.
Yeah. I don't even remember what that segment was about either.
Gosh, I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure Briscoe had a word of the day, didn't he?
He always has a word of the day, and like
Yeah.
Kyle tried to imitate it, and it was amazing. Kyle even had like an accent he was
Oh my
trying to do
goodness.
to sound like Mark.
Yeah.
I love Kyle and Briscoe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Like that pairing is just pleases me to no
I feel
end.
like their spots now are let's just let Briscoe be Briscoe and we'll just ride the roller coaster and see where it goes.
Yeah, basically. And then
And
they all
it
walk.
works.
Yeah, and they all walk off, and Orange and Renee are left standing looking like, what is happening?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it though. Because
Yeah.
that it's like he's the straight man to the crazy, you know? So
Yeah.
and it puts it in a good perspective and yeah, it's fun. Oh, I'd love it. I love the conglomeration. I hope they stay together for a while.
Takeaways? Hopefully stay together for a while.
Yep, that's mine.
Same.
Yeah.
All right.
Thirstometer, 10 out of 10. Love them.
Damn right.
Next, we have Will Ospreay versus MJF promo.
Yes, the no violence promo.
Yeah, the no physicality. So Will came out wearing Adidas socks and joggers, and I just happened to notice that because I noticed the branding.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the joggers were properly tucked into the
Obviously.
socks.
Yeah.
Very coordinated and comfortable looking.
He has amazing set of jerseys. Like whatever jerseys they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a snappy
He's a
dresser.
sporty
Like
spice.
it's casual but yet
He's
cool
He's
and
sporty spice.
he is.
I would say MJF is probably posh spice,
Yeah.
but tacky.
Yes. Well, now he's in his tacky era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, he was in his like, I am actually posh, and now it's the I'm a gross American tacky sleazy posh.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And then MJF came out in a suit that was half stars, half stripes, and a shirt that was blue with white stars, wearing like a white belt with the new American belt that is really ugly.
It's a shame.
Mm-hmm. Wearing American
'Cause-
flag pin.
Because we don't think America is ugly, but the
No.
belt is. I just wanted to clarify that for the audience. So they didn't think we were like haters and whatnot.
He looks like he's going to a July 4th party, and he's wearing that blackish, charcoalish colored scarf. And
I didn't feel like it matched the ensemble.
no, not at all.
It never does.
Maybe if it was a solid black.
Maybe.
I feel like he dresses like what foreigners dress like when they have American parties,
Yes.
and it looks like
Now that you say that,
bald eagle.
I have like some
barfed.
vague memory of like Borat dressing up like that.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like that's totally what other countries think we look like all of the time.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice touch when Max got very quiet. So when the crowd got very loud, they would have to get quiet so that they could hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a smooth parenting tactic.
That's also what Chris Jericho used to do when he was in WWE, when he had a really good one of his personas.
Oh, okay.
I still wonder what past Chris Jericho thinks of current Chris Jericho.
And I know when they're nose to nose, when every wrestler is nose to nose, I'm just like, now kiss.
And I'm always wondering, like, what it would be like if one of them has stinky breath,
Ugh,
you know, and the other one's like having to fake through it.
that would be awful.
That would be terrible. Because I'm always paranoid about that
But
myself.
a lot of them chew gum.
That's a solid point.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call. Good call, Amanda.
And also, Britt Baker's back, so I'm sure oral hygiene has improved.
I hope so.
One would think.
I mean, with Tony Khan's funds, he can afford some decent dental for these guys. Come on. Come on.
The jealousy angle with MJF is a really nice turn
Mm-hmm.
for this storyline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amanda missed, but basically MJF was like, I was doing fine. Everybody loved me. And then you showed up.
Oh, got it. So we got some like elementary school recess vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then MJF.
I used to be the fastest kid on the playground, and now
basically. Mm-hmm.
you've ruined my life.
And then he had like this look of, oh, I said that part out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a neurodivergent thing.
He played it really well, though.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yeah, he sold it. It was awesome. It was actually a really good performance.
They both did excellent on the microphone. Very, very good. Will Ospreay held his own, I thought, very well. That would be my takeaway.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
Thirstometer, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well, let's cheers to that. There you go. I'm surprised it didn't break 11, but
I mean,
It's the suit.
Yeah, it's the suit.
okay.
If he could go back to his actual Posh Spice self.
Yeah.
Well, by the end of the thing, because even though it was supposed to be no violence, they broke that rule.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really funny the way he did that. The shouting out to, hey, you have Tony Khan on the line.
Yeah.
How much is the fine? But didn't MJF actually end up with his shirt off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he still had the pants on.
Yeah, okay. Either
You
way.
know.
10 out of 10. So good job, guys. You sold it. You got the Diet Cokes.
Backstage segment with Renee and Hangman Adam Page announcing that he has entered the gauntlet match.
Mm-hmm.
And Hanger's hair is beautiful
Yeah.
when it's dry. It's just wavy and flaxen and beautiful. The jacket, I loved it. I want to see him versus Swerve again because they put on some amazing matches. So that whole segment was just amazing for me.
Yeah, and
Evil Uno.
yeah, and Evil Uno. I hadn't seen him before because I'm fairly new to this. Lisa brought me in not too long ago, so I saw Evil Uno for the first time. And then wasn't there even a CTE alert, Lisa?
Almost.
Almost.
Yes, but he hit Evil Uno middle upper back with the chair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would say like thirstometer, 11 out of 10.
Here
as a
we go.
hanger.
We got to 11 tonight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good hair.
Yeah. No,
He's
it's a
just
fair
he's
statement
just
all
he's a
around.
good-looking guy. We do have a match. Claudio versus Okada for the Continental Belt
Mm-hmm.
with referee Bryce Remsburg.
Yeah, way to go, Bryce.
For the first time that I can remember for a while, Claudio does not have to bend over or hunch.
Right. Good point.
Like prom photos to make it look
right.
like he's the odd one out.
Yeah, to be face to face
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with his opponent.
Right. Okada's a tall guy.
Yeah, they're both very tall, lean, rangy men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okada did flip us off, but the bitch count remained at 0.
Right.
Uh-huh. I mean, if there were like a finger signal to say bitch, I bet he would have.
Right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right. I guess most people, even though there's no like official, the middle finger kind of,
Says everything.
it does say, okay, well then, okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe.
half a.
No, I still say it's at 0 because
Alright.
it's the way he says it.
Yes.
It's
you
very-
mean like this?
Yes, it's very purposeful.
Mm-hmm. It's very pointed.
Yes. And that's how I describe it on our website.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, I've grown to love the Okada bitch. I have.
I do wish he could just
That's how I
do it every once in a while.
That's the reason I noticed it. It was the way
'Cause
he
it's-
said it.
Yeah. Because it's not like a fluid thing where he just says it casually. It's like, I'm saying this,
And you're going to
bitch,
exactly.
right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Claudia did 20 rotations
Yeah. Yeah, he
of
did.
I don't understand how
the
that works.
swing.
Like, how was Okada not barfing?
How did they have enough room in the ring because they're both
I don't
so
know.
tall?
It was they
Well-
barely did.
It's funny you mentioned that because Bryce had to like really spread out and get out of the way.
Yeah, like
I
they
had-
took
I
up
had-
all the space.
Yeah.
They made a lot of good use of the space
They
they
did.
had.
They
On my
did.
ref notes, I had good job staying out of the way, Bryce.
Yeah, I think you said he was squatting.
Yes.
like
Yeah.
he's like
He
doing
was.
like trying to move out of the way. Could you? Oh my gosh, Bryce was probably like,
Please
shouldn't-
don't hit me.
Yeah,
Please don't hit me.
Please
Yeah.
don't. Please don't let him go when it's coming toward me.
Oh, no kidding.
Like, please no. But I feel like either one of them should have been throwing up afterward.
Yes.
Because I tried to like demonstrate how a kid was headbanging at the concert, and I did it for a half a second, and then I had to stop and wait for my body to like recalibrate to stop being dizzy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if like there's an actual documented Claudio record, but I would think the 20 rotations the most I've seen him do.
He can go higher.
Yeah?
I think I've seen him go higher.
I think I've only seen him go to like 15.
I think I've seen people count to like 25.
Wow. Well, way to go.
Because
Claudia.
I've
I just,
seen
like-
him get like a little.
Well, yeah, I would. It's like when I don't know if you guys played this when you were younger, but like we would have a baseball bat and we would spin around really
Yeah.
fast
Mhm.
and then try to run, and
Yeah.
it was fantastic. But like, I imagine it would be like that. I would be like staggering all over the place and be like, "Whoa, okay, that had to be. This is it. We're done."
Right.
Like,
And for me, after pretty much age 17, just one spin and I'd be like sick.
yeah. Oh God, I get dizzy like watching the carousel.
Yep.
I'm not even on it.
Well, and Okada got like right back up in no time.
and like
Yeah.
kicked him. Like he
yes.
had like this huge kick, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, how are you jumping in the air and kicking him and still landing on your feet and like functioning? But all right, show off.
Bryce did miss a shot but he did admonish Claudio, like, hey, no shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I thought both guys were very well matched.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining match,
Mhm.
really well matched for sure. They kept the energy going the entire time. It was not something I got bored with. I was
No.
like, way to go, guys. Yeah.
At one point, Claudio's head got really veiny.
Yes.
Yeah, Amanda, you were really grossed out. And
It's disgusting.
I just thought it looked like a penis.
it's
a
just
little bit,
gross.
yeah.
Oh God.
There was the CTE alert because there was a headbutt to a head.
Yep.
No, thank you. They should wear helmets.
Yes. It was a draw for time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a single bell. I got to get that added to my sound thing. But
Bing.
there we go, Amanda. Thank you. Yep.
You're welcome.
The EVPs came out and they baited us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did. Sassy beans.
Matthew's pearls
Oh, yes. We don't want to
Ooh.
find.
were huge.
They were.
Yes, they were.
And they were like two. Like it was like a double strand,
Yes.
but like enormous.
Reminds me of like Wilma Flintstone.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Mhm. She only had one strand.
Right.
But,
It was a double Wilma.
But he was
Maybe
very,
that's what we should call it, the double Wilma.
Yes.
There we
He
go.
was very fancy. They did come off though.
Darby came out
Yeah. Yep.
because at one point, like, everybody was chanting, 5 more minutes.
Yeah, that's how they were baiting
Baiting
us.
us,
They were like,
right.
"Ooh, we could do 25 minutes."
Yeah, then the matches kind of rolled into each other. There wasn't
Yeah.
a very
Yes.
clear transition.
And they made it seem like Claudio would have to take them all on. And he was just like, okay. And he put his mouth guard back in because he's just that kind of guy.
Mhm.
So the takeaway of that match, I am hoping that they have a match on the road, hopefully at a pay-per-view, hopefully at All Out. Thirstometer for me was 9 out of 10.
Ooh, that was higher than I thought it would
I
be.
think both men are super attractive.
I actually thought it would be 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff new about you guys.
I was saying for Lisa.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Oh, okay.
She knows me well.
Yeah.
Now, if it was Takeshita versus Claudio, that
Yes.
would be a 10 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Okay. That's fair, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 9 out of 10 with a bitch on the side.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe it could have been 10 out of 10 if he would have said bitch.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. Good point.
He didn't put in the effort.
Mm-mm.
Remember that
Yeah.
next time, Akata? Throw it in. You'll get another Diet Coke.
Next, we have up Darby Allin and FTR versus the EVPs and Jack Perry with the referee Rick Knox.
Yep.
And it went right into a brawl
Yeah.
because Darby was out there. The EVPs were already out there. I'm just going to say this right now. I love the new TNT belt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that Jack Perry
He like casted it himself.
cast it himself.
He's crafty.
I did not like that he did not wear the proper safety equipment
Yeah, right.
while doing it.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to do? So FTR had on really ugly tights. They were gray.
Yeah, gray's not a good
It's
look.
no, because if it gets water splashed, it looks like you have butt sweat.
I also
Solid
just think
point.
it like reminds me of like old grungy men whose like undies are not clean.
Yeah, it looks like tidy whities that are
Yes.
no longer whitey.
Yes.
it just grosses me out. I got a lot of
Darby is so little, I feel like he's going to break.
But he's so robust.
I know.
yeah. It's a
But I know what you
conundrum.
mean, though. I
I
struggle with it,
worry
too.
about him all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand like how
How his body works.
No, do you think he has like some sometimes with neurodivergence, like our pain tolerance is much higher, or like
Or does he
you
just
don't
have that
notice?
does he just have that neurological disorder where you can't feel pain?
right,
Maybe.
like it can kind of cut off like those pain receptors, and it just doesn't notice, or I don't know. It could be a lot of things.
Oh, if he ever wants to announce it, he can come
Yeah.
on here and talk about his neurodivergence.
We would
We're
welcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We encourage you. Open up about it. It's something to be proud of, not something to hide from.
it's just fascinating to me.
I mean, he does say he's half dead.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but like obviously he's fully alive.
Yeah. But are we sure about that?
I mean, I guess not. I don't know. I can't answer for him.
The EVPs were wearing their Reeboks, and you were wondering, Amanda, if they're comfortable.
Right, because my favorite pair of shoes in elementary school were Reeboks, and I thought they were very comfortable.
Yeah.
And I
No
was
kidding.
very sad when my feet
We
outgrew
should
them.
try to get a pair, but in the meantime, I would say, if it's all right, let's do a shout out, all listeners. Shout back at us on our social media, either on the WWND pod.
Instagram, you can DM us. We have the Facebook.
Yeah, if anyone out there has them, let us know.
We have Threads.
I would love to know. I just love the colors.
Yeah, well, we'll put all the social media links in the information
so
on the
fun.
podcast. So please reach out to us and let us know, guys.
The EVPs did try to leave because that's sometimes what heels do. They'll just be like, oh,
Yeah,
this match is not going our way.
I was very confused by that. I'm like, but it's not done.
Right. And sometimes that's a great heel move where you're like, oh, this match is not going our way. We're done with this. Ugh. And then FTR stopped it. Cash jumped over the top rope
That
onto
was
them.
impressive because he's like,
He is bulked up.
he is a sturdy fella.
Yeah, he is bulked
And he just
up.
flew through the air. And I'm like,
He
wow,
did,
that
yeah.
was kind of graceful.
I do like that, like, Jack's beard makes him look older, which he kind of needed. He needed that more rugged.
Oh, I just
Weathered
love
look.
his hair. God.
But I want him to groom that beard better because it gets to a certain length and it looks unkempt.
Maybe it's part of the scapegoat thing, like a billy goat beard.
I don't know.
You know?
He's too pretty to be a billy goat.
That's a good point. But
Yeah.
He's too pretty
he's
to be
too
a
pr-
billy goat.
have you
He
seen him
is.
without the beard?
No.
Yeah, we saw the Jungle Boy match.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Oh, fair.
You should look it up because he
I
is
think
a
it's
pretty
cute
man.
that you like think I remember things.
Amanda's looking up what Jack
Yeah,
Perry
no,
looks like. With
I just love that Jack Perry totally has his dad's like eyeballs
got-
and forehead up.
He got
Yeah.
like the best features of both of his parents.
yeah,
He lucky guy.
definitely has his mom and his dad's hair.
Oh, no, he does need a beard.
Yeah.
He looks real weird. His hair is still glorious, but it doesn't go together.
All right.
No.
And he put on muscle for this.
He looks too young.
It's
He's got a baby face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, there's no
to
thirstometer
pull off
meter
to
there.
pull off the scapegoat character.
You
He
get it.
definitely needs the beard. I feel like, but
God, but I want that hair.
you like the color of Darby's hair.
I do. It's so nice because it's like,
It's all one color.
yeah, like there's lots of people when they get blonde or really like,
Yellow.
yeah, like white hair, there's always like some yellow chunks.
Yes.
And it's not all quite the same.
It's very difficult
Especially,
to
like,
achieve that white.
Yeah, like especially like Mariah,
Mariah May, yeah.
like you can tell when she gets it colored, and then there's like still like certain parts where it's kind of streaky and brassy and yellowy, and I can't stand that.
Unless part of hers are like extensions
Right.
and they're
it's-
bleaching the extensions.
But
Yeah.
they still need to. It
Use
needs to all be
toner.
done the right way.
Yes. I think it helps with him too because it's so short. It hides any damage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he can just shave it off.
Yep.
Like it's not really very particular on hair for someone who has such fine hair. I'm very picky about it.
Fair.
Thank you, Mom.
Well, Darby and FTR picked up the win.
Yay!
The Acclaimed came out.
Yeah, when the EVPs were trying to run away, that was when they popped out, right? Yeah.
And they were with Daddy Ass. They look great. Amanda, you like Anthony Bowen's Adidas.
I do.
And Amanda and Gary like the Anthony Bowen's overall look.
Oh yeah.
There was no scissoring. So
That
we
was
were all
disappointing.
disappointing.
Yeah.
But they're very serious now. There's I remember when Daddy Ass was like, boys, if you want to win, no more joking around.
But I really liked the scissoring.
It may come back, but
I
they
hope
need
it
those
does.
titles. They need those tag titles.
That's true.
Who's to say that you can't have fun and be successful?
I think they need the titles first. And then they can go back to
Garbage.
Yep.
I disagree.
So that's your takeaway.
I think we can have fun and be successful.
My takeaway, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah. Good one.
Thirstometer wise, I'm going to go 8 out of 10.
There we go.
Should we wrap that match up?
Yep. So
Yeah.
with that one.
Then we headed backstage where there was a bloody face Will Ospreay. And Bryan Danielson comes up to him, and Bryan told Ospreay, do it. Meaning, use the Tiger Driver 91 on MJF. Because in his promo, MJF insinuated / implied that he had spent time, he said he spent time with Ospreay's wife, and in that time, had sex with her.
What a dirty dog.
And this will result in Will raising another child that is technically not his.
That is a low blow. I do not appreciate it. He would be a terrible stepfather.
And
He would be. That'd be a nightmare.
Ospreay had previously used the Tiger Driver 91 on Bryan, which Bryan sold amazingly well,
Yeah, he did.
making us all think he really did hurt his neck.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be easy to hurt your neck.
I know. And Bryan, it made Will say, I'm retiring the Tiger Driver 91. And this was Bryan going, use it. And Amanda, you at this point were like, yes, the blood really does bring out the color in their
It
eyes.
really does. It's a complimentary color.
No, it was good stuff.
And this brings us to the final segment of the night.
Ooh.
The Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson face to face with Nigel McGuinness introducing each wrestler.
Nigel has to purchase his little polo shirt from the children's section.
I think it's
Far too tiny.
It's a muscly guy thing.
It's gross. You're trying too hard, buddy.
I think he needs a haircut.
Yeah, his hair was very weird. And also he has like a colic in the back that kind of like stuck up like he's a middle schooler.
His shirt would drive me crazy because for me it's too tight.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's comfortable
Too restrictive.
for him, if he likes it that way, great. But
How do you move your arm?
I don't know.
Can't breathe. Arms can't breathe.
I do love that he does magic though. That he puts on magic shows professionally.
I'd like to see one.
Does he wear shirts
Not necessarily in
that tight?
person, just like on a YouTube or something.
I don't know if he wears shirts that tight. I just think it's an interesting juxtaposition because you hear him as a heel commentator
Right.
and then knowing that,
He's a magician.
yes, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Nana obviously has nothing in the cup,
No.
which, that gives me ants on the brain. I'm like, don't pretend to drink something and then throw it.
Well, it's a big waste.
Yes.
It's a waste of resources, quite honestly.
But I still love you, Prince Nana.
I just put some water in there.
Yeah.
Or like maybe he has used the cup earlier in the day.
He probably did. I mean,
Okay, we're going to say that just
yes.
for...
It's an excuse to get a coffee on Tony Khan's dime. Why
Yeah.
not?
I mean, yeah.
Swerve looks amazing. I mean, that's subjective, obviously, but to me, he always looks amazing.
Oh, he was definitely on point, very fashionable, and
the shirt just flows.
He was dapper. He
Yeah.
was dapper
like
AF.
Amanda, he was wearing the glasses that you love.
I love those glasses.
We're guessing that obviously the shirt must be tailored because who,
There's no way he can get that off the rack.
unless, as I proposed, the shirt just miraculously appeared because it wanted to be worn by him.
I mean, that's not unheard of, really.
I mean,
what?
if I was a shirt, I would miraculously appear and be like, here, please wear me.
I mean,
You'd probably be a ghost shirt, though.
I mean, people thought my birth plan of like I would be pregnant and then not seemed far-fetched, but that's basically what happened.
Fair.
So
And
we don't know.
And by that, she means pregnant and then,
And then the baby's out.
yeah.
And I didn't need to worry about the exit strategy because he just
Exactly.
appeared.
Do you want to elaborate for the audience?
Not
I mean,
really.
I probably should, but I don't want
That'll be for bonus content.
Yeah. If you want to find out how I miraculously had a baby,
Tune in to
more.
Wicker Biscuit, our other podcast.
Apparently, we'll reveal it on Wicker Biscuit.
We have back
Tricky.
episodes. What? Nigel doesn't look like he's not wearing socks, and that's because sweaty feet and shoes. Even though you like his shoes, I believe they were Adidas.
That doesn't mean she wants them stinky.
No,
I don't like funky feet.
no,
Mm-mm. No one wants a funky foot.
no. But you liked his shoes.
I
there
do.
was like Adidas. There was a big Adidas and Doc Marten theme.
Yes, I really do like Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still like pining over my Adidas that I had in high school.
Brian Danielson came out.
He like exploded.
onto
He
the scene.
exploded
Yeah,
onto
because-
the scene for sure.
Yes. We liked his flannel shirt though.
He
There's
does.
some very pleasing eye palette colors there.
Yeah.
Color palette.
Whatever. It's
Yeah,
a-
you know
it's
what
an
I'm
eye
trying to
palette.
say. There's a very intense promos going on.
Mm-hmm.
Swerve had a smoky eye.
Mm-hmm.
Very smoky. So, yeah. And Nana had his hand on Swerve's shoulder, so he was helping to regulate him.
Yes, he was. He did such a good job.
Mhm. Brian dropped the F-bomb twice.
Yeah, so no bitches, but plenty of Fs.
Yeah.
Lots of Fs were given this time.
And we need Nana to be protected at all costs.
Absolutely, he's a treasure.
Takeaways. Definitely looking forward to their match at All In.
It got me very hyped for the match. I love the energy that Bryan Danielson is bringing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I'm super stoked.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thirstometer.
Ooh, here we go.
Out of 10.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a
Broke 11 on
spicy
that one.
meatball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bitch count. Tally is 0.
Wah, wah, wah.
F-bombs 2, courtesy of Brian Danielson.
Which is surprising because he's wholesome.
Yes.
Oh, he's all in right now.
Yes, he is all in.
Mm.
CTE count 1,
Yeah.
thanks to the Okada and Claudio match. Wrestler of the night.
I think Brian Danielson is just my favorite in general.
Do you have any reason why?
He's just very dedicated to what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, to tie my neurodivergent stuff in, I would say that Nana and Swerve with how they co-regulate each other.
Yeah.
The way that Nana like put his arm on, like his hand on Swerve's shoulder, like, it's okay, buddy. Because sometimes I need that. Like, I need like deep pressure. So like, there's been times when I'm like, Gary, can you please lay on top of me? Because like, I need to feel grounded, and that can be really helpful.
That's very common for people to have weighted blankets. They
Yeah.
can be very beneficial.
Yeah. So like, sometimes that is all we need to.
Yeah, I find
Feel
it very
regulated.
relaxing when I have one of the cats laying on my
Mhm.
chest at
Yeah.
night.
That's why like support animals are really helpful because they can naturally like lay on you or be next to you, so you're feeling something, so you can notice what's going on in your body.
Mm-hmm. My wrestler of the night, I am going to have to say, honestly, all of them on the roster, only because right now, to tie it in with my neurodivergence, it is very difficult for me to go out in public and to be in public. These people are able to go out in arenas and not only talk on microphones, sometimes with no warning.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have to cover for a coworker
Mhm.
Yeah.
because of traveling difficulties due to tropical storms or hurricanes. But or they'll just have to come up with a promo,
Yeah.
and maybe they're not that great at doing promo work, but they do it,
Yeah.
Right.
Even though
and
they're
they seem very confident at it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're performing and doing insane things. And here I am going, okay, well, I need specific music to get out of my car to go grocery shopping.
But we also don't know like what they do to overcome some of that because
Which,
they've
yeah.
practiced, right? Like,
Right.
and also they're getting paid to do it.
Yes.
I feel like it would be slightly easier if we got paid to go grocery shopping.
Not necessarily for me, though.
But there would at least be some incentive.
There might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary,
Yes.
referee of the night.
Well, I would love to share with you that
Please do.
my pick of referee at the night would be Aubrey
Nice.
Edwards. I just felt she was all up in there and with the ponytail on point and just brought class all around to it. And then checked on Billington, made sure he was okay. Good job.
How do you feel? Like, I feel like with her ponytail being on point, that really reminds me of you.
Yeah, I'm very particular about my ponytail. If it's not
Yes.
centered, I have to redo it for sure. And another thing about me is like when I'm in work mode, I need everything in order. So with how well she was looking over everything, very much can relate to my type of ADHD. It's almost like a defense mechanism that I developed to keep the chaos in a certain way. I have to be like, make sure if I feel like I'm not on top of something, then like my whole vibe is wrecked.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So no, she did a good job, and that's how I would relate it back to my experiences.
Interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, no problem.
Amanda, you're bringing us a neurodivergent fun fact.
Yes, I am. So, neurodivergence, as most of us recognize, like it definitely includes like ADHD, autism spectrum stuff. But like learning disabilities, dyslexia, Tourette syndrome, like there's a whole bunch of stuff. And in the news this past week, I learned about nonverbal learning disorder. I had never heard that before, and I was like, what the heck is this? But it's really interesting because a lot of the symptoms overlap with ADHD and autism. So it's kind of tricky. And that's part of the neurodivergence trickiness, is that it's really hard to really make a solid diagnosis, or a lot of us feel like we're imposters, right? Of like, who are we? I don't know. Like, I've experienced like a lot of people who are autistic where it's like, I think I'm autistic, but I don't have a diagnosis. And then we like doubt, is it okay if I say I'm autistic? Because I don't want to like be overstepping my bounds or whatever. So it was very interesting. So like the nonverbal learning disability, it's not actually in like the DSM, but there are screeners for it, and a lot of the things are very similar. So like trouble with kind of like visuospatial awareness. So reading, is it a clock that...
Oh, an analog clock.
Thank you. Yes. So like with the hands, like that can be tricky because it's hard to remember like what exactly it is that you learned. So it was just really interesting. And then also I feel like a lot of people have this idea that like if someone is autistic or neurodivergent, like they don't have a lot of empathy, or they don't understand feelings, or don't read emotions. And that can happen. However, for a lot of us also, like we over identify, like where we are incredibly empathetic. And that's where like emotions can get kind of tough because we feel so much more than someone who's neurotypical. So then our feelings kind of, we show more.
Sure.
For me, I cry at everything. Like I cry if I'm really happy. I cry if I'm really proud of someone. I cry if I'm sad. I cry if I'm really frustrated and I'm not feeling heard. So it's really interesting. So like it's much more multifaceted than, you know, memes and stuff that we see. And it's really, I would encourage if someone has questions or concerns, like to talk to their doctor or talk to a professional, because there's a lot of folks who like watch things on social media and then they're like, oh, I think this person has this, and it's not always accurate. And because everything overlaps a lot, it can be hard to kind of parse that out.
You know
Well
what?
said.
And on that note, thank you all for joining us
Yeah, indeed.
for
Thank
our
you.
very first episode.
Happy wrestling.
Yes, we hope you all enjoy All In, and we look forward to discussing next week's Dynamite with you.
Dead air.
Thank you for listening to WWND, Wrestling with Neurodivergence, a Podcast Ahoy production. The producers of WWND are Lisa Rudd, Amanda Putnam, and Gary Putnam. Recording is done by Gary Putnam. Editing is done by Lisa Rudd. Check out our social media for updates on upcoming pods and for clips and other media referenced in this episode. Links and information can be found in the episode notes. Thanks again from everyone at the WWND family.